Oftentimes in life, you hear someone say that I love you. And, until a person actually comes to Christ and understand the definition of love and have God's love living in them through the Holy Spirit, they really can't love. I want y'all to really catch that. So if young women that are looking for a husband, or a husband looking for a wife, if they gotta have God's love living in them, because I'm going to give you the definition of what that means. It said, love is kind. It's not self-seeking. It records no wrongs, even when it's been wrong. Always has faith and never gives up. Let me tell you something. With that kind of love, we wouldn't have divorces. We wouldn't have fighting. We wouldn't have men or women staying out late at night, getting drunk or abusing their husbands. I'm praying right now that whoever doesn't have Christ, get Christ in their hearts. And young ladies, young men, stop looking at people that are in the world that don't have Christ, because they'll never be able to love you right. I want to give you a story in the Bible that demonstrates love, and I want you to see how love is rewarding at the end. And that's why love and loyalty and love equals a blessing. When you send it out, it'll come back to you, the same thing that you send out. So let's go to Ruth, and we're going to go to the first chapter, and it's the 14th verse. And then they wept aloud, and Oprah kissed her mother-in-law goodbye, but Ruth clung to her. And then Naomi said, look, your sister-in-law has gone back to her people and her gods. Turn back and follow your sister-in-law. But Ruth said, do not urge me to leave you or to turn back from following you. For where you go, I will go. And where you lodge, I will lodge. And your people will be my people. And your God will be my God. Where you die, I'll die. And there I will be buried. May the Lord do the same to me as he's done to you. More also, if anything but death separates me from you. Now, I want you to know that is true loyalty. Let's go back and kind of clarify the story a little bit. Ruth married Naomi's son, and all of Naomi's sons died. And the other sister-in-law decided she would go on and separate and go back and find her life with her God, because they were Moabites and they didn't believe in the God that we serve. But something very powerful is about to happen as Ruth has loyalty to her mother-in-law. She's going to get a lot of blessings. Number one, she said, I'm going to serve your God. That means she came into the kingdom and believed in the God that Naomi served, which was the only God. And with that, she's willing to sacrifice everything to take care of Naomi. Well, I'm going to tell you, watch, it's going to be a blessing in this. So when they finally get back to their landing place, she goes into the fields and picks the harvest up outside of the field. So let's say it this way. She got on welfare, and she still went out and worked to try to take care of her mother-in-law, not even being able to see what her future was going to be like. Boy, I'm telling you, when you're doing that, God is so good. So watch this. So she met her Boaz. Boaz owned the fields that she was picking the extra grain up in, and he recognized her. Oh, boy, God is so awesome. And because Naomi was a relative of Boaz, and the relatives would have the opportunity to take the widow and marry her, then at the end of the day, she got her Boaz as she was serving in love. And then the story gets better. She married Simon. Simon had Jesse, and Jesse had David, and Jesus came through the bloodline of that lady that operated in love. Now, I want to tell you something, and I want to say this very clear. I want you to really let this get down in your spirit. Operate in love with your wife, your children, your families, your talents, and give away more than you get. And watch and see, your Boaz may come in finances. It may come in a relationship. It may come with your children getting blessed. It may come in any kind of form that there is. But love is the recipe for a blessing. And loyalty goes along with love, because love says that it's kind, it's not self-seeking, it records no wrongs. Even when it's been wrong, always has faith and never gives up. And with that love, you'll always be blessed. God bless you.